This should be the place. You all wait here. I'll go have a chat with him.
You know, Chevraz, Paimon gets the sense that you two are actually pretty close.
It's just as Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could call it a you scratch my back.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well. We've got tough problems of our own. Getting people to talk, for example. The uniform, the musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like trying to break into the fortress of Meripede. But put them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the Fountain of Lucine.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives. As a result, Chiori often picks up on all kinds of information in her shop. Most of her customers are members of the upper class, which means they're pretty much up to the gills in wealth and intel.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Huh, Paimon gets it now.
Exactly. I'm also here to ensure Chiori's safety. Those who make trouble for her also tend to be rich and powerful. And in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people from Chiori herself. So, who got on her case this time? It's been a while since I last saw her.
Oh, so this is what happened.
Huh? Uter,
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of pretty much every dirty trick in the book. I heard that even the Maison Gardiennage issued him a warning due to his behavior. So he's back at it, huh? His funeral, I guess.
Whoa, what's this about a funeral all of a sudden?
I just meant that Uter's done for. Now bring it in, you two. Get right up. Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare...
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity?
Huh?
Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing over and over again. It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So... Oh, and if you dare lay your hands on my...
Chio...
Officer, an assault...
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such
Apologies, officer. I guess you...
You...
Is there anything else either of you have to say for yourself?
That's all from me. I sincerely hope that today's events will never happen again.
We'll see about that.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon! How did...
You're too kind.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments.
Oh, not if I could help it, is what I said. And I think I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse. If anything, he kept running his mouth with insults and threats.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
You could have reported him to the...
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied. I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Fashion Week. On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me, the least I can do is guarantee... Oh, that reminds me.
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for the day.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was...
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances already?
I always pay you back in information, don't I? It's just like you said. You scratch... we're back.
You were gone for an awfully long time.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never...
Sorry, Chiori.
What are you talking about? You didn't do anything wrong. The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rusula can take the second half. With that sort of escort, the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer... I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already...
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Navia...
There's really no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need to be surrounded...
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for every trip you make to Fontaine. It's just a one-off thing. It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends. Yes, well put.
Well, if you think it's a good...
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything...
I believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more outfits over the next few days. I've heard a lot of suppliers will be participating.
Paimon's gonna take a guess and say suppliers are super important.
But of course, they supply us designers with funding, equipment, factory access. You have to work with them if you want to become a truly renowned fashion house. That's also why this year's Fashion Week...
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and so nice to wear. I can't help but brag about them to my...
Even so, I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of...
Well... I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver to...
Then it's still not famous enough. My goal is to make the Chiori brand...
All of it? Your business with...
Wait, would that mean I could just go to any Chiori branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed?
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit more careful with them. They're already about as durable as I can make them.
Okay, I'll admit, they do get snagged on branches pretty often. But I can't help it. It's hard to be careful about that sort of thing when you're trying to take a nice nap in a tree.
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do our best to make it a reality. Is there anything we can do to help out with Fashion Week?